They love to shoot the three.
And we continue to see more and more of this in today's NBA, Kev. Both of these teams have the green light to fire with any sliver of space from deep. This should be a shootout.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Pass to George. And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That is his first foul of the game.
The ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Now, here is George. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for the Cardinals. Here's George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
In his 16th season in the NBA, Doris, Al Horford got his first title with the Celtics.
That 2024 championship was so special for Al. Remember, he had played almost 200 playoff games. And remember, for the vast majority of that run, Al Horford was the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Incredible.
Another miss by Leonard.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Now, here's George. He has 5. 5 to shoot. And so it looks like it will still be the Cardinals' ball. Here's Ginobili. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
And it's George missing. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Back to you guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
You simply must account for Rudy Gobert and keep him off the offensive glass. He's done it his whole career.
Ginobili with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Hits the three-point bomb. First quarter of action, just under 3.5.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Now here's Ginobili. All scoring in this one. Here's Bowen. And stolen by Barnes. In the corner, George with it. Here's Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Screen by Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Outside Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
1:36 left in the first quarter. George looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Cardinals need to get off a shot.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. How much pressure can he guard with? My goodness. Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Back to Ginobili. Outside, Adebayo. Driving inside. And he banks in the layup.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. .50 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Ginobili left side. George, that's a two-pointer. Again, the Cardinals score.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Davis sets a screen. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Leonard. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
We always know this has been the strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Pass to George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 13.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's
22.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Oh, that's not fair. Adebayo using his athleticism to give this crowd something to remember.
Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. For example, Scotty Barnes.
Oh, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
A mid-range master. Give Aldridge the ball in this area and just let him do his thing.
Back to Claxton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Cardinals with the ball. They trail by 1. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And Adebayo throws it down.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in.
Here's Aldridge. Cardinals with the rebound.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Wasted no time on that ball. Now it's a 4-point Cardinal lead.
Oh, great ball movement there. And with that array of moves at his disposal, Aldridge sure has a well-rounded offensive game.
From deep, George. Shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Cardinals. Pass to Bowen. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. The 3. And George hits again from deep. George has got 25 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Oh, good with the triple.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
And here's George for three. And again, it's the Cardinals with a three.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And it's Leonard missing. Cardinals leading by 11. And now here we go with George. Nobody back.
Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
You know, Doris, it's an ongoing debate, but some believe that the game is better today than ever before. I think it is. What about you?
Well, Kevin, despite what you might hear from players from prior generations, I 100% agree with you. Each and every year, we seem to be setting a record for the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. The players have never been more skilled. We lean heavily into analytics. It's in a perfect place.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
The ball goes to the away team.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pulls up, and that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Starting to look like one of those nights for Kawhi Leonard when he's absolutely dominant on the offensive end.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
At the line for George.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cardinals.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Outside, George. From 12 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Pass to Robinson. Back to Leonard. And stolen by Barnes. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Now Adebayo. Gobert with the block.
Boy, the long arms and size of Rudy Gobert on full display.
Robinson misses. Cardinals leading by 13. EB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
Shot clock at 6. Outside Robinson. And he connects with the jumper. Robinson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Out left to the wing. No one near as Jerome lets it go. No good on the triple. On the wing, George. He's got 34. Ginobili with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Leonard with the steal. Stops. Pops. Nobody's stopping Kawhi on that break. Here's George. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Cardinals. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive. and it probably has to happen quickly. Down low, here's Gobert. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
And Adebayo sends it back. It's George on the wing. Back to Ginobili. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside, George. And the Cardinals miss again.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. How about the determination of Bowen defensively? He's active and always efficient with that corner tray ball.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And Doris, when he's feeling good, Kawhi Leonard, still one of the toughest matchups in the NBA.
You know what, Kevin? The way he's battled through injuries and the game's still important enough to him that he's stuck around. And you're so right. When he is healthy, he remains a two-way force. This guy is an absolute Hall of Famer. Wow.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group. He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Outside, George. Pass to Adebayo. Horford in the post. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Here's Bowen. He's covered by Ginobili. Paul George with the steal. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Leonard for the lead. Good on the triple. Leonard's got 29.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Adebayo on the follow.
Good grief, Bam. I mean, living up to his name and firing up his team.
Mr. Gobert. Gobert, the screen. Here's Jerome. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now Ginobili. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. George. Jerome with the rebound.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
The 3 from George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle. You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
Barnes, right side. To the middle. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Comes up empty down low. Pass to Bowen. In the corner, it's Robinson. Good on the three-point shot. Robinson's got 11 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Ginobili looking around. And George with the stuff.
And after all the injuries, setbacks, you see the elevation Paul George has. That is impressive.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jerome with it. Outside Robinson. Off target with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Zubac with the extra effort.
Listen, keeping Ivica Zubac off the boards is no easy task. This man has got a gigantic, strong frame.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And so it's Terry bringing it up for the Cardinals. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Second team foul.
And here is Zubac. The kick out to Adebayo.
And they've gone ice cold from the outside as they're trying to cut into this deficit. The three-point percentage much worse this half than it was in the first.
Pass to Jerome. Robinson for three. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The points coming in.
The away team, 64.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Now here's Ginobili. Outside, George. Beyond the arc. Jerome with the rebound.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, easy 2 points from Bowen. You don't need a ton of offense from Bruce. He makes his impact defensively.
Pass to George. Lets it go from deep. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. George has got 42 in the game. Robinson on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Left side, George. Ginobili outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to George. And again, it's the Cardinals with a 3.
He is just self-willing this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside, Robinson. Here's the 3. And Barnes sends it back. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Timeout called by Coach Isola. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
To the left side wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Here's Leonard. 17-foot shot on the way. Ginobili outside. Drives to the hoop. Makes it off the glass.
Merciless drive by Ginobili. If there's a weakness in your defense, he'll find it.
Pass to Bowen. Robinson for three. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got 9 points here in the second half. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Ginobili. Horford. Now George. A huge two-handed slam.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Now Jerome. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Now George takes the three. Oh, the slam dunk.
Scotty Barnes with the big-time delivery. Big spot, young man. Yes, sir. Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Now George. Cleared away by Leonard.
Cardinals foul. Paul George. First personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Jerome with it.
2 minutes.
They double him with Adebayo. Now Robinson. Outside Leonard. Shoots from 14. And he hits the jumper.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight. One of the all-time great two-way players.
Outside George. The three is off.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
From deep. Drained from outside.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Here's Leonard. George with the steal. Now Adebayo. .105 left in the game. 6 to shoot. Outside George. Jerome there for the rebound.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
30-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside George. Three. Good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Jerome. It's stolen by Adebayo. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Adebayo. Off target from outside.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
And here is Ginobili. Outside George. Down he goes for three.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Now Gobert. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Cardinals leading by 3. Now George. And the layup is off.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Robinson. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
How about since he entered the league, Kawhi Leonard has tripled his assist average. What a good passer he has become.
The shot is off. And here are the Cardinals. Now here's Barnes. Here's George. He drills the 3.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
There's a screen by Robinson. Puts up the 3. Buries the deep ball.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Oh, the dunk.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Jerome fires. No good from 3. Adebayo rising up and ripping down the 2-hand jam.
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
George! Barnes left side. Jerome with the steal. Now Robinson. They set the pick. Kawhi. And down goes the three.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Now Ginobili. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
First personal foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Gets the first. That makes it a three-point lead. And a tough break is a second attempt at the line. No good. Timeout called by Coach Iserlohn. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the